You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So here's the big news. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to rebrand the Pentagon, giving it a secondary title, the Department of War. According to Trump, this label is more appropriate for the times we're in, and he believes it better reflects the role of America's military on the global stage. Almost immediately after the signing, the Pentagon's website was switched from defense.gov to war.gov, and signage outside the Office of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was updated to read Secretary of War. The move was framed by the president as a show of strength, a kind of signal to both allies and rivals that the United States is prepared for confrontation if necessary. The order, however, is already stirring debate. Former Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, now chairing the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee, voiced skepticism. He argued that a name change means little without matching investments in military capabilities. In his words, peace through strength doesn't come from branding alone. It comes from resources and readiness. So while the administration has embraced the new title, others are stressing that funding and preparation should take precedence. This executive order wasn't the only headline of the day. While addressing reporters in the Oval Office, Trump denied knowledge of a controversial Navy SEAL mission from 2019 that reportedly left unarmed North Koreans dead. He also promised a crackdown on drug trafficking, saying his administration is determined to take out more vessels used in narcotics operations. Following a deadly strike on a suspected drug boat in the Caribbean earlier this week, tensions with Venezuela also came up. Trump warned that if Venezuelan military aircraft threaten U.S. forces again, they will be shot down. Still, he said regime change is not currently on the table. On top of that, he announced that negotiations with Hamas are underway to try and secure the release of Israeli hostages being held in Gaza, warning of a tough situation if no deal is reached. Meanwhile, Trump confirmed that the 2026 G20 summit will be held at his Doral Golf Club in Miami. He said he'd love for Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping to attend, though he acknowledged they might not be interested in participating. For this year's G20 in South Africa, Trump will not attend. Vice President J.D. Vance will represent the U.S. instead. The day also included a few surprising pivots. Trump distanced himself from Florida's decision to scrap school vaccine requirements, insisting that certain vaccines are effective and should still be taken. He even voiced support for the COVID-19 vaccine developed during his first term, calling some vaccines amazing. All in all, it was a whirlwind day of announcements. A Pentagon rebranding that already has critics, executive orders on wrongful detentions, global negotiations, domestic debates over vaccines, and even big plans for hosting world leaders in Florida. But clearly, the headline that will stick for now is the Pentagon being reintroduced to the world as the Department of War. A symbolic shift that signals a more hard-edged approach to America's military posture. Stay subscribed for more videos.